Hey everybody, this is the Punch Cabbie podcast, and we've got 4 of the guys in the band here tonight. Gonna have a nice little discussion about our gear, what's going on with the band in the future, and a whole lot of mo. We're back. So the first things first, I want to let everyone know is we don't know what we're doing at this podcast. We're just having fun. It's all for the fans. And tonight we're going to focus on everyone's instrument and how they came about playing in a rock band and their favorite influences and whatnot. So we're going to start out with Ron Dog.
Hello. So where to start? I started playing out when I was got my first guitar when I was 12, and just kind of all went off from there. Started my first band with Jarrett, and so many years later, here we still are doing a podcast now with this technology thing. Huge. But yeah, started out like most other kids with a little Fender Stratocaster and a little 15-watt Squire amp, and yeah, now I moved on to a monstrosity of got a Mesa triple rec that I use. It's my go-to amp. It took me a long time to get it, and yeah, I always thought about going to the Kemper route, but I don't like change, so probably just gonna stick with this. But I actually moved down from I had a Mesa 412, and now I downsized to an Orange 212, just as far as a lot easier for playing shows, and it's actually a lot better for stage volume because
sounds really good.
Yeah, I can hear myself and I can hear everyone else around me. So definitely happy with that decision. And as far as effect wise goes, I have got a Voodoo Lab Ground Control Pro with the audio switcher, and I am running all sorts of different effects. I just picked up the Precision Drive, which is awesome. Very happy with that purchase. My wife got that for me for my birthday, and yeah, it was awesome. It's like, I'm like, how did you know? But yeah, it's awesome. Threw it in front of my amp, and I got a gate on there and overdrive, so I got rid of 2 pedals with that. And then yeah, just your basic. I'm a big fan of pedals. I don't like actual processors, so everything else I got is just a DD7 Boss reverb or Boss delay pedal. Precision Drive, carbon copy delay for my cleans, and that's pretty much it. On my drop pedal.
You got any sponsors?
Do I have sponsors? I am endorsed by EMG.
Shout out to EMG.
EMG, yep. Get me some pickups. What else am I? What else? Strings were endorsed by Kurt Madigan. Am I saying that? Kurt Magnan. Get my strings there because I'm a fucking asshole and I play all different all funky sizes, so I got to build a custom set. And I think that's it. I mean, unless ESP or Mesa or Orange or Voodoo Lab wants to pick me up, I'm here for you guys. Anything you need,
Before you pass
let me know. I'm not done talking.
No, you're not.
No.
Sound is calling. Behind the microphone.
I'm the mic guy.
All right.
What else you want to know about me, bro?
Your top 3 favorite bands, bitch.
Fucking asshole. Well, top 3 favorite bands, I would have to go with, probably Alice in Chains, Marilyn Manson, and probably some Blink-182.
Boy.
I mean, yeah, I listen to everything, but yeah, I mean, if I was stuck on a desert island and I could only listen to those 3 artists, those would be them. So.
Very good choices.
All right.
My man.
Here you go. Here you go.
I don't know why you're passing it back to me. We're going to go to Dan, our new... Hold on. We got some controversy in the room. We're going to go to Dan. Breaking news. Dan, the new guitar player. Speak up, bruh.
All right, so I don't have half the shit that Ronnie has because I don't have anything to prove. So,
I didn't even
I use a dual rectifier Mesa and a 4x12 Mesa cab. Pretty much strictly use Schecter guitars, C1 Hellraiser, C1 Classic, different setups on both. We use that drop pedal. That's pretty awesome instead of having 12 guitars and different setups. It changes the key that your guitar is tuned to with the flip of a switch and a stomp on the pedal, and it's pretty fucking awesome. I didn't have a lot of the gear that we use in this band since I joined, but the in-ear monitors, the Sennheiser, those are pretty awesome. I'm going to beat you to it. I'm going to say that my 3 favorite bands are Lamb of God, Metallica, and Lamb of God. Because there is no better rhythm guitar players than there are in Lamb of God, hands down. That's the way I'm going to roll with that.
And what endorsements are you looking to get?
What's up, Schecter? Come on, I've been supporting you guys forever. Been playing for 23 years now. You don't even know who I am. Yeah, that's right. All right.
I want to know, how did you start playing?
Oh, I saw Wayne's World, and when they walked into the shop, and there was that white Strat. Yeah, the white Strat in the glass case. I looked at my dad. I said, "Dude, I need one of those." And I was 8, and for that Christmas, I got one and stuck with it.
Beautiful, man.
It was awesome.
You were 8 when Wayne's World came out?
I want everyone to add Dan on Facebook, Instagram, whatever he's on. He's a new guy in the band. He's badass. So show him some love. And last but not least for the night, we're missing our drummer, but last but not least for the night is Ryan Wagner.
Yo, yo, yo. So, I will kind of go where Ronnie went, and I started playing when I was like 13. I actually started playing guitar. A friend of mine started playing, so I was like, "Oh, Dad, I want a guitar." Okay, yeah, whatever. So it was, sure, cool. God, it took like a year to learn anything. I just sat there and doodled for about a year, and then started picking up, doing all the stuff with that. And then I actually saw, it was a band that I ended up joining right after high school. They played, and they actually need a bass player. So I'm like, okay, man, I'll play bass. Cool.
When was that?
Twice Removed. And we went for...
Shout out to Twice Removed.
Oh, that is long gone. But that was...
You gotta shout out anyone you fucking
Yeah.
on the podcast.
But actually, that was, well, it was with Ben Van Buskirk.
Shout out to Ben.
Shout out to Ben. And Chris Palmerin. So it was with him. And shout out to...
Ben, who helped us write World Unknown on Myriad.
Definitely. He did help us.
They can't hear me.
Yeah, he did actually help us write World Unknown. That was one of the coolest songs. And
What are you saying, Ryan?
it was one of. I said
For the coolest song?
one of coolest songs.
He also helped us out on Warped Tour.
No, that was
It was Ben.
it wasn't Mayhem Fest.
Oh, sorry.
So he filled in on Mayhem Fest too. But yeah. So, and actually Chris helped us with a show too. He helped us with Slang Fest. So pretty much everybody in that band except Don ended up helping us in this band. So I was in that band for about I was in that band for about 4 years with them, and then ended up trying out when I saw Ronnie's good old Craigslist post. Showed up and sat there and creeped on him. And then now to this day, been going. So, been here, been doing that. And I got my endorsements are Spectre. Gotta love Spectre. Enjoy it. Spectre, shout out to Spectre. And EMG. So, got the EMG pickups on that bad boy. Got my Kurt Magnin strings. I use my 45s. I'm not a pain in the ass like Ronnie. Mine are not custom. I just go 45.
Take a drink.
Oh, I would love to take a drink.
I'm still nervous. He keeps grabbing for the bottle and putting it back.
Definitely not nervous.
Definitely not nervous.
Definitely not. But having fun with that. A lot of my gear, I've got PV. PV. Definitely got to do a shout out to PV. Got the nice 1,000-watt headliner. Awesome. I use an 810 Langley. It sounds good, but using the 210 though for shows, because I hate dragging that 810. Hate it. So just using the good old 210 for shows. All I need is stage volume because all I do is go direct. All three of us use the drop pedal also. So that's pretty much all I have on my stuff. I have a wireless, a tuner, and a drop pedal. I don't use really anything besides that. But most of my stuff is the recording and computer recording and doing all that. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy doing that in my off time. So I think that is pretty much top 3 bands. So probably Mudvayne. Jeez.
Hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Hard question. It really is.
Seven Dust. And
The reason I asked this is because
probably Stained.
people are like, how could you say that? How could you
So,
you know what I mean?
yeah, probably Stained. So Mudvayne, Seven Dust, and Stained. Those are probably my top 3. And you know what? That kind of actually brings all of our different elements to this band too, because you got a punk aspect, you got a metal aspect, and you got an extreme metal aspect. So you got 3 different aspects when it comes to, writing. So definitely enjoy that stuff. So for this podcast, I'm going to go back to Jarrett. Maybe he has something to say. Oh, it's going to Ronnie. Nice.
All right, so you heard from all of us as far as string instruments go, so let's talk to Jarrett about his bullshit. Here you go, brah.
What a bitch. Okay, so I obviously don't have much gear. My mic that I use at practice is a Shure SM58. Shout out to Shure. I've used wireless in the past. Didn't really make a difference. It's convenient, but it's also not because it burns up the 9-volt batteries. I use effects on when we record. Jordan Pop, our producer, shout out to Jordan Pop at Glasswall. He put some effects and stuff on my vocals, but as far as live, I don't really do anything. And other than that, I don't have any gear. So my gear at home, I have a Fender Stratocaster guitar that I like to fiddle with here and there. And then I have a drum pad that I like to fiddle with here and there. That's all I got at home.
What's your top 3 bands?
My top 3 bands are going to be, it depends. It really depends. No, it doesn't depend, does it?
No.
It does. Okay, all right.
You're on it.
All right. I said all right. I'm going to go with Tool. I'm going to go with No Effects. And I'm going to go with I don't know, man. Pink Floyd, I guess. I don't know. Like we all know, this list can go on forever. Creedence. Yeah, they're good. The last thing I would like to do on this podcast is one of you guys explain the fruition of Punch Cabbie from step 1 to today.
I'll start it. All right. He's using yeah.
Jeez.
That's singers for you.
Cabbie's in the house.
Oh, we got guests coming in.
What's up, man?
We're doing a podcast.
Come on in, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
One of our biggest fans.
Yeah, man, he's always here. He's always wants to drink.
Somebody's missing tonight.
Yeah, that's our singer. Here, introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Al from Just Nuts.
Shout out.
Gotta have your nuts, man.
Your neighbors.
Keep them tight, especially on these cold days like today. Punch Cabbie in the house. Punch him out. Knock him out, just like, Bobby Porter style. Look out.
You hear us down the hall.
Of course, man. Come on, we go way back. We go way back. We go back, what, 4 years now? Yeah. Back when you guys were in the old building, or the other building.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're over here, what, 2 years now, right?
Yeah, it's been about 2 years.
Yeah, so we go back. We go back. Where's my man? Where's the little drummer boy?
He's in a ditch in Bolingbrook.
Yeah.
He's in a ditch in Bolingbrook.
Got spun out, man.
What?
Yeah.
What is he driving? What's
I don't know.
what
I
kind
think he
of
was driving the Escape.
what kind of?
Wheel
Ooh.
drive won't even save you these days.
No, you're right.
Chicago for you.
You're right. You're right. And it's coming down. It's ugly out.
Oh, yeah.
It's cold and ugly out tonight. And it's gonna be that way for a while. Weather update.
10 degrees.
Is it really? It's
Yes.
sand. It's
You know, Chicago is like wintertime when a relative comes to visit you and they don't know when to go home. It's March and it's still cold. It's April, it's still cold. It's the 1st of May and it's like, when are you going home?
Yeah.
Get your feet off my couch.
And it's 90 degrees.
Go home.
Al, talk about your band.
Oh man, right now we got some downtime going because we got a couple of guys that got to take a leave of absence for till the summer.
Yeah.
You know, one's got to get a house, got to move. You know how it is when you live in some place and they say we're going condo.
Oh.
You have 30 days.
Oh.
Not 90 days, you know, which would be polite and civil. 30 days.
Yeah, it's either buy the place or get out.
Exactly. And they do it in the wintertime. They don't do it in April.
Yeah.
They do it in the wintertime, which is, you know, cruel and unusual punishment, but I don't know. That's normal behavior these days. So then we got a guitar player. He's got some health issues he's got to deal with. So we got Rick Cruz coming in on guitar, and we got Mike Kimmitt coming in from Bouchon.
Shout out.
Shout out to Bouchon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rick Cruz.
Yes, sir.
And so we got some stuff. We're going to start rehearsing with those guys, and I think we might be doing something perhaps as early as next month, February. We're looking at the Red Line Tap. It's not confirmed yet. Not confirmed yet.
Shout out.
Not confirmed yet. You have to get back to us on a date with that. But for right now, you know, just do a little warm up, something with that. Get ready for the spring.
Where can they
you know,
follow you? On
and
Facebook?
Just Nuts. Just Google Just Nuts. YouTube.
No, don't Google this.
I'm sorry. Let me be more specific about that.
Yeah.
JUZTNUTZ.com. Okay,
There we go.
with Z's, not S's. You know, got to make it Zegzy.
Definitely.
There you
Make
go.
sure that the porn doesn't come out.
Exactly.
All right.
And if it does, it does.
X-rated. Al,
So sorry.
awesome.
Thanks for being on the podcast, brother.
Thank you, bro.
And let me know if you know.
We'll set something up.
Yeah.
You got I'm saying we gotta pull him out. He's in a ditch, man.
He's got a tow truck coming. He's got AAA.
Okay. Hey man, tell him he should go back to driving that Hummer. H3, you know.
There you go.
Thanks, Al.
Peace.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Stay warm, man.
Oh, yeah.
Get you a big girl, man. Get you a
Happy New
big
Year.
girl. This big girl's not this time of year. It's hot. Get you a small girl. Skinny.
Right here. Just
They don't
nuts.
sweat
Says
as
big
much.
girls. on
Just
the
nuts.
Yeah.
They love the big girls.
back. All right. So you were at.
All right, so we're going to talk about the history of punch cabbie and whatever big fancy word Jarrett used. Fruition. So, punch cabbie actually started as a band called Curse the Prophet. I responded back to a Craigslist ad. There's two singers moved up here from Dixon, and they were looking for a guitar player. And I was looking for a singer or a band. So we got together. We met up at good old Trinity Pub, our home bar. Shout out to Trinity. Shout out to Ina at Trinity, Chris Pallister, Bob, Joe, all the new people there I don't know.
Good peeps.
We've played there a couple times. But yeah, we met up.
Recorded our fucking session.
Yeah, we recorded sessions over at Trinity. But yeah, we met up and went over what we wanted to do and where they seen themselves, what kind of music they wanted to play. So I think one of the singers knew a drummer and they knew a bass player. So we kind of got together. We found another guy off of Craigslist and rented out a room at the Cool Metro, right down the block from Trinity. Shout out to Cool Metro if they're still there. I don't know. Rent by the hour place. Yeah.
Was it still hourly then?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was like $30 an hour or 30 bucks for the day. He was a cool guy, man. He was all. Yeah, he was a good dude. I hope it's still there, man. That place is awesome.
It's condos now.
Ah, fuck. Condos took over. That's the story. But yeah, we got together, jammed a few times. A couple of the songs we started out with Bite Back.
Get to the fucking point.
You wanted the history, dude. How long you think this is gonna be? So, but yeah. Anyway, we got together. We jammed on a couple songs, and I came in with prepared. I'm like, all right, I got some music. Let's fucking do this. And yeah, we decided, it's worked out with a few of us, and then got a monthly spot over there at the old place by the alley.
Ah, the alley. That's
where they make all the stuff there.
No shout out
I forgot what that place was, but
that was terrible.
yeah. So pretty much from there, the bass player and guitar player we had didn't work out, so then kind of got rid of them. And Ryan came in and auditioned. 2007? 07? Yeah, we've been going at it for 10 years now. But yeah, Ryan came in, creeped me the hell out because he was all up in my business, learning what I was playing, and no, he nailed it. I was like, all right. So yeah, Ryan came on board. We let one of the other singers go, so it was just, we had Kyle left, and then we ended up.
Shout out to these people.
Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Tony, the old drummer. And yeah, Ryan came in on bass. Then Mike came in on drums. And
that was what? 08?
Nah, I think 2009. 2009-ish maybe. And then, yeah, from there, we just started writing. We changed our name to Punch Cabbie.
That's when you guys started getting a little bit of a following.
Yeah, a little bit. This was before Facebook was really big.
MySpace
I
days.
think we're on the MySpace train back then.
Shit, I think we still have a MySpace.
We do have a MySpace. I think it's myspace.com/punchgabby.
Yeah.
But yeah, going through all that, changing the name to Punch Gabby, and then we just started changing direction a little bit. We wanted to started working with Click and tracks, and we had a guitar player. Tony Moss was in there for a little bit. Shout out to Tony.
Shout out.
And he was in the band for a couple years, and then he left for personal reasons. And then we got Frankie Pecoraro, Frankie Peck,
Frankie P. Shout
Frankie
out.
P.
Who we know from way back.
Yeah, Frank
Shout out
used
to
to
Drudge
play.
Puppet.
Shout out to Drudge Puppet. Me. Yeah, we used to play shows back in the day. Me and Jarrett were in Cass's side, and Frank was in Punch Gabby. So
Dan was in Second Path.
Dan was in Second Path. Yeah, we.
Shout out to Second Path.
Shout out to Second Path. We go way back, and then yeah, we got rid of Kyle, and then Jarrett came into the scene, and I'm gonna give it off to somebody else because I'm sick of talking and want to drink a beer.
I'll try to take it from there. That was 2013, I want to say. Was it 2013 or 2014 when I joined?
I think it was 13.
We recorded a 3-song demo. Not even a demo. It was a 3-song sampler. Right when we started jamming, we knew we had something. So we went to the studio a month or two after I joined. It came really natural.
Shit. Calming Atmosphere we did like a week before we even went into the studio.
Right.
No, it was Calming Atmosphere because we started jamming Calming Atmosphere, and he came up with everything, and we just worked with that because we needed a third song.
I don't remember that, but
Oh yeah.
so then after that, we played out regionally. We didn't do any touring. We did some shows, locally and around Illinois. And then I had to leave the band, and Skylar joined the band for a brief amount of time. Shout out to Skylar. Thanks for filling the shoes while I was gone. I appreciate you, brah. And 2015, we recorded Aura when I came. Or wait a second, what am I missing?
16. We did Aura.
We did Myriad before I left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we
that
did
was 16.
Myriad and then I left.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was it. And then while I was gone, you guys recorded one song,
Yeah, we did the one song. We did Undying.
Undying, which we haven't decided if we're gonna reproduce that song. I love the song, But we'll figure that out in our own time. So anyways, then I got back in the band about a year ago. It was actually right at this time last year, me and Ronnie went to
About March.
Well, listen, me and Ronnie, this is something you might not know. Me and Ronnie went to a Christmas party last year. It was like December 27th, whatever it was. And that's when he was saying he really wants to, start jamming with me again. I told him I was busy at the time, blah, blah, blah. That was when I was going to school for my CDL and whatnot. So I told him I would talk to my wife and we'll figure it out. And it took me about 3 months before, like you said, March, before I actually came back and started jamming with you guys.
Yeah.
And we pretty much first day went right back to where we left off, like I'd never left. So
I'd say first minute.
yeah.
First minute, it was.
So here we are. We've
back
got since I rejoined, we recorded one song, "Hands Are Tied." It was released nationwide. It's all out there if you want to check it out. And now we are in the process of writing a brand new album.
15 songs.
We are shooting for 15. There might be more, there might be less, but right now the juices are flowing. We're getting a lot of stuff done at practice. Last practice we had was epic. It was pretty huge. The juices are flowing. That's all I can say about how it's going right now. We're just focused on writing. We will be playing shows, but right now our main focus is writing. And that's basically all I can think right now, Ryan. What do you think?
You pretty much covered it all. So, for podcast.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Dan. Dan.
We have to. So it goes to Dan. Tell the story of how.
All right. So after 6 years with Frank, it was kind of a mutual. No, it was 6 years with Frankie. Yeah. After 6 years with Frank, we on both ends, it was mutual. We decided to part ways with each other. No bad blood. Oh yeah. No bad blood with Frankie. Frankie's a brother of this band. He always will be. But after all that time, decided to part ways. And then we didn't even post anything out there that we were looking. Dan was just kind of.
At this point, let's have Dan.
Yeah. Well, let me start it. Dan was just creeping on our on our Facebook page. Yeah, he's like, oh, they must need a guitar player. So I got a message from him, a little creep, and then
Let's hear it from
so I'm gonna pass it over.
So in case you,
Punch Cabbie before this.
oh yeah, of course, me and Frank went way back from the Drudge Puppet days and whatnot, and Cast Aside, yes, of course. And I just saw the unfortunate news that Frankie was departing the band, and I had been out of the game for a long time. So I said, you know what, I want to do this again, and they're a well-respected band and good at what they do. So let's see if I can do this. So I hit up their page, asked if they were interested in a guitar player, and said, yeah, sure, why not, come by.
Looking for somebody?
Well, I figured you would be when Frankie announced that he was leaving. I'm like, well, they're going to be short ones, so I might as well say, hey, you guys interested? Yeah. Before you guys did, but, friends with Frank again. And, and that's what happened. I came here, and I don't think I ever took my gear home since day one. So, yes, thank you guys again for having me and your dysfunctional family. I love it.
All right. Also, like he just said, there was no post. We hadn't even put out anything saying we were looking for somebody. We had just, broken off the relationship with Frank, so we were kind of in a state of, discussing what we were going to do from that point on. And the funny thing is, we discussed another guitar player, and we said, whatever we do, we're not going to take the first guy. We're going to try out as many guys as possible. Remember that?
Yeah.
And what happened? The first guy.
So this fucking guy comes in here. He comes in practice before anybody gets here. It's just me and him. And he's like, well, I know Vultures. I'm like, all right, let's see what this guy knows. But yeah, then he pretty much played Vultures all the way through. Probably played it a little cleaner than I did. And he nailed it all the way through. So and we kind of went from there. He was cool. He likes to drink like all of us, and he likes his craft beer. So just kind of went from there. We got a full rehearsal. He started jamming, and He had it.
The next sponsorship we're looking for is
Yeah.
craft brewery.
Yeah, any Half Acre, we're talking to you. Revolution. Shout out Half Acre, Revolution. We're big fans of Chicago breweries. We love you guys. So, Pipe Works. Give me some of that broken lizard.
One last little thing before we end this. Earlier in the podcast, Ryan referred to Lamb of God as an extreme metal band. Yes. Don't hold that against them. No. They're a great metal band, but I don't think they're extreme by any measure, unless you're my grandma. Anyways, so we're gonna get out of here. We're actually gonna work on some acoustic stuff tonight. Mike, keep him in your prayers. Was in a little bit of a fender bender. And he's not going to be able to make. Shout out to Mike, our drummer, and that ditch for not killing him. Shout out to that ditch. All right, and the people that helped him out of that ditch. Shout out to you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. We'll talk to you guys again next week. But if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to let us know, hit us up individually or on the fucking band page. Support us, talk about us, spread the word. We love you all.
Peace.